Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to work on the area for the Drygmies and the area for the Starbuncles, and I am so excited to get more done on this island. Right, so the mine is done. We've got the chest where we can go and grab things. I might replace that little bit of dirt back here. There we go. Definitely gonna have to fix up the entrance to the mine. But it's just fine. We will move right along. So, source berries. Source berries and source generation. There's a few different ways to generate source, but I'm going to go with the simplest method first. And I think I might keep it kind of light with this build. We're going to use the smooth source stone and the archwood a lot. And perhaps if I can find some ochrum or some gold. Oh, it's getting dark. So we've got 5 sourceberry plants lined up here. And I think I'm going to make a half A-frame. I have seen another person do this, and I think it is actually very delightful. And we'll put some glass over on this portion. So let me see. I actually think I want these to be fully blocks. Ooh, and you know, what I could use as glass, since we're kind of sticking with the source theme, is maybe these source gem blocks. If I remember right, they're a little transparent. A little bit, but really not enough. That's all right. Not as much as I would like anyway. Maybe use those for windows? Well, we've got these vexing archwood logs. So let's try some of the wood. The vexing is purple, matches with the purple theme that we're going for. And we're going to need some glass. We've got some. Maybe I should go with like light gray glass? Light gray glass? What do we have that can make gray? We don't have any oxide daisies. Genuinely surprised I don't have bones. Oh, I do have bones. I just didn't have bone meal. Let's get a bunch of that. And let's get a good amount of white dye. And there's some gray dye. Yes, yes. There we go. A little bit of lighting in there. I may want to replace this with fence. And we're going to need a rather small house here. Very, very small. So we're just going to see at which point I'd like to stop at the very end. So we'll just give ourselves a little tower here. An almost A-frame. All but one block. I could probably just pull this area out a little bit and make it a true A-frame. But that's fine. I kind of like the asymmetry of it. Oh my goodness, but it is small, but it's enough for our Starbuncles to be able to move back and forth in there. So we're going to take these out. Grab our source jars. Which, by the way, they're like batteries. They will retain the source they have in them. So make sure you know that. And have confidence. There we are. We will add the agronomic source link right here. And you know, it's tempting to put the garden on both sides, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. So we're gonna add a source jar there. We're gonna add a source jar there because it will reach, if I remember right, the full 5 blocks. We will find out. I don't think I want a source wood door. The archwood door. Because it's a little too samey, so we're probably going to add a spruce door if I have any spruce. I do in fact have spruce. Let's add one of these. And yes, this is a very small house, but it's not for me. It's for the Drygmy. And his companions, the Blaze, and a few other things. So let's see. I think I want oak on the inside on the floor. There we go. Very, very small, but very, very nice. And because we want the Starbuncles to harvest these and then place them in another place, let's think about what we want to do. Because what I don't want to do is have that mycelial connection being an issue. Maybe we just get smart and make them put it into a chest that's always voiding all but one stack of the source berries. That way. Yes. Let's get a barrel. We've got one. Let's talk about a void upgrade. Actually, we're going to do a basic upgrade first. Keep it simple with our minimal resources that we have right now. And we are going to stick this at the back of the house. Over here. Now, void upgrade. Luckily, we got some ender pearls in our inventory. Can we make an advanced one? I can. I'm going to eat through my diamonds making advanced stuff, but I'm spoiled, so I can do that. We're going to void overflow. It allows a single slot to be filled with the item and voids anything that overflows. So we're already at half a stack here. We're going to toss those in. And then we're going to use our Dominion wand, which I didn't lose this time. And we're going to say he's storing items at 2 locations. So in all likelihood, where are you storing things, sir? Actually, we're just going to reset both of them because I forgot which is which on that. And that's why it's useful color coding your Starbuncles. In fact, I might do that. What dyes do we have? We got a white one. I wonder if you can be dyed white. You can! Oh my goodness, look how cute you are. Okay. So, now, we're going to... You're storing the amethyst, and if I mess with you right now, you're going to do funky things. So, instead, we're going to say, take from there, store to there for now. We'll talk about it later on the storing of those. So when he kind of updates, he'll run over here and harvest all those source berries and put them into that chest. They will start voiding once it gets too full. Now, I think we should use some light in here. It's dark. Ooh, and my stone brick wall's connected, but they aren't all the way connected. Not a big fan of that. And you know, now that I stored that barrel right out there, I wonder if he can reach. He may not be able to. And if he can't access it, then he can't move things. So we're going to move the agronomic source link over here. And he should be able to go right in, right under. Maybe. So I'm thinking I want a mage light in here. This, the mage light torch. Won't be using too many of those right off because I don't have a lot of gold and I don't want to make a mining machine just yet. But we're going to stick that right in here. There we go. I love that ours has so many decorational pieces and potentials. Oh, did he go and do it? Well, we only have 30, so no. 32, like we had before. Ah, they switched out. Wonderful. We did grab these gold bars for a little bit of liveliness. We may, in fact, put them somewhere in a second. But for now, let's get the Drygmy in here and arrange everything. How do I want you, Drygmy? I kinda don't want him moving around, and I also don't want that Mabapi to be extremely bright. But I like symmetry. Let's just pop this here. Get out another barrel. Get out some trapdoors and a slab. So we've got our containment jars. There we go. Also, as you can see, the blaze can be used as a light at any given point. So we don't really need this one, but I like it. You gonna move, bro? I'll move him. You can leash these guys. There we go. Alright, so now anytime I enter this little house, we'll be able to retrieve anything that we've got in here from mob drops. Wonderful. Section 2, finished. You know, I'm going to use this gold right along the sides. Give it just a little bit of sparkle. I could use another mage light sconce on the outside. Do we want archwood? I think I want to do polished. You can use tough for the source stone. Didn't know that. I do not like that. Let's put it on the side here. There we go. I'm feeling that. And our little Starbuncle is harvesting back there. You can see him. Wonderful. You can also designate blocks that they will walk on, which we will designate path blocks and all of that. Right, so next. We've got our garden worked out. We've got our Drygmy worked out. And it's a small garden, but it will provide plenty of source for this just very small operation over here. We're not going to go incredibly far on this island, but we'll get a little further. You know, I kind of want to decorate this with a little bit too. Alright, so now we have our Drygmy area and our Sourceberry garden area done. Let's do our source gem conversion area now. It would probably be best to put it down kind of where my ritual area is over there. I was going to have it up here, but I don't think it's necessary to be up here, especially with us being able to just convert things right here. So, it's so cute and tiny. I really like that little house. And it will also force this little guy to get some exercise if we have our conversion area over here. Near, especially it's closer to our little amethyst, which, by the way, look how much it's budding. It's beautiful. So yes, ritual area is gonna have to move. And I saw a build ages ago. Well, not that much ages ago. Relatively recently, that I adored, that I would love to mimic. Oh, I got a bell pepper. Okay. I'm not sure that I like how the landscape is like this, and I can't decide whether or not I want to take this portion back. I think I do. So, as you know, the conversion goes from this imbuement chamber to those source gems. And we can, of course, use the imbuement chambers to make these rituals so that you can get essences of all types. But I'm thinking we're going to stick with the 2 at the moment. Right, so of course the first thing we do is clear some space. And then after that, in a round and round fashion, we make a little acorn for our squirrel friends to be able to convert all of our amethyst over to source gems. We start with planks at the bottom, of course, and we go with wood at the top. I'm thinking that the contrast between the green and the purple is very nice, and I quite like it when the sun rises over it. There we go, one mystical little acorn down. Let's get some more Mage Light sconces. Hopefully we have enough for them. I have enough for 1. We'll do 2. Maybe let's put those on walls. Or I've got the gold bars. Does that make it look too much like a face? It kinda does. Oh well, I like it. Now, let's move this entire setup. I think, honestly, what we could do... Oh, I forgot those could be placed directly on walls. Just letting you know, that's a possibility. We're gonna grab this vexing log right there. There we are. I could use a sconce in here. Let's take out one of these. And we're gonna pop this right here. And then we're gonna move this catty corner. And there we are. Here is our little conversion area. So we're going to set up our Starbuncles the way they need to be set up. And one of them will be going back and forth to harvest the source berries and to get things converted. So, now of course I'll need to give them a path block to go back and forth, but we will work on that. Oh, I am loving these small builds. It's one of my favorite things to do is make small, beautiful, adorable things. Right, so our conversion area is in here. Oh, and that light reflects off the item frame. Nice. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm wondering how far away these guys can work. So we're gonna just go and see if I have any source berries in my inventory. Actually, we're gonna go in here. You know, it looks like I may need another Starbuncle for the source berry harvesting. I don't want it to be so, but I think that's the case. I could, of course, move the Drygmy closer, but I do have a little bit more plants for this island. There we are. Let's see if I have any more Starbuncle tokens. I think I have at least one. I don't. That means I've got to go on a little adventure. Oh, my goodness. All of my stuff leveled. Well, let me level all of those up real quick. I don't have a huge amount of levels to spare, so we're gonna look at the pocket pistons. Ooh, and we can unlock another Mabapi. This increases the maximum interaction range with the world by 32% as of right now. You can also make it much better. This is long reach with the pocket pistons. I think that's what they're called. Yes, pocket piston. Oh my goodness. Huh! Yes, you scared the life out of me. Well, other than that, I am out of levels, but I have my adventuring hat on. Let's go and find us some more Starbuncles. Ooh, we got a Whirly Sprig token. That's nice. And we found a Starbuncle token in this, Evil Craft thing. Nice. Ah, there's one. Oh, and a lighthouse. Are there any others on this little island that I found? No. That lighthouse doesn't look friendly. Oh, goodness. Fell into a hole. Yep. Yep, you're not happy. Is this a little restaurant? A mess hall? Looks like it. I'm gonna steal this wheat, though. Well, on our little walk, we ended up getting 2 Starbuncle tokens, so I'm gonna use those. And he's still doing good in here. Oh, we're also getting some Apotheosis drops. Very nice. I'll take those experience gems. And then we are going to pop one down here. I think I'm gonna dye him purple. And the source berries can be used as purple dye. And you are gonna store items in here. Oh, goodness. Remember to set what you're voiding. Ah, and one other thing. My storage up there isn't accessible unless that area is loaded in. So, I can see the chunk that's in, so we're going to... I think we're going to claim these 2 chunks. And we're going to force load those 2 chunks. So now, anywhere I go, we should be able to access my inventory, at least while we're in the overworld. I also think that does apply for the Nether, but I don't remember for sure. How many emeralds do you want for that really nice pickaxe? Out of... Hey! 45? I'm not sure that I have 45. I am so close. I have 39. Ah, that's fine. So now we have the source gem conversion area done. Wonderful. That nether portal could probably be moved and decorated, but we'll do that in a second. For now, I could use a few spells. Question is, do I have a slime? I have 1 slime. I don't think that's enough. Sad. How can I get more slime? Resin, rice balls, rice slime balls. What I would need to do is make rice dough, and I would need rice from rice seeds. And I can get those at the market, which I do think I should probably get a market as soon as possible, because it can give me all sorts of very useful flowers and saplings. And all I'm missing is red wool. But we've got tons of poppies, so that is not a problem. There we go. We're gonna stick him... You know, if I take out this table, I can stick it up here. Hi. I always forget that you pop up with it. Anyway. Well, nothing to do with slimes, but what about rice? We can get rice seeds. And I think we're going to go with this actually additions one. Oh goodness, it's raining. Also, we have a barrel here. Maybe I'll take that lever off. We'll make a hopper botany pot for the rice. And I think we'll stick it in with some dirt. I'm hoping that will get us started on it. Ah, it does look like it's growing. Perfect. Now, the reason I want slime balls is because I have a particular spell that I quite like. So let's talk about it. We're going to need launch? Not launch. That's not the one. But I do know we're going to need bounce, and bounce needs like 3 slimes. Ooh, and an abjuration essence. What does the abjuration essence need? We'll figure that out in a second. Leap is what we need, and we're going to need wild and wings for that and an errant essence. So that's going to probably be a next episode thing. But it is an easy way of kind of early game flight, but I wouldn't call it flight. Alright, well, I am going to take a quick nap when the sun sets so that we can get rid of this rain. Well, now that we've gotten finished with that build, I think we've got one more in us before we have to finish this episode out. So, in keeping with the theme of the woodland creatures, I think I'm going to make a large ritual area. A large stump, maybe. I really like the small animal community theme, so we're going to stick with that. Well, with that, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you next time. Next time, in which we're going to make something for those rituals and to make sure that those are automated. The ones for the essences, those small little ones with the imbuement chamber. So, stick around for that. I'd love to see you next time. Also, if you have any ideas for what I should make with that, I would love to hear them in the comments. I have maybe a sort of plan, maybe, kind of, sort of. So please do stick in the comments with me and let me know what you're thinking of this little community so far. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.